Hi! Hello, everybody. My name is Sally from St Giles, and welcome. Can everybody hear me first? I think that we've got a good quality connection here. And please do write in the text box, say hello. If you have any questions at any point during the seminar, please let me know. I'm happy to answer as and when they pop up. For now, so I might assume that everybody can hear me. Everything's okay? Hopefully that is the case. So this is about St Giles International. Hi, Selkin. Can you hear me?
Trouble. Yeah, I hear you, but there's a little bit of trouble with your voice.
It's too quiet, or
it's
the audio is
sometimes it stops and sometimes it goes really fast.
Oh, possibly my internet.
It's good now.
Yeah? Okay. Please pop in and let me know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, guys, so welcome. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what St Giles can offer, potentially your children, potentially yourself, what we can offer you as students. Now, obviously, deciding where to go abroad is probably one of the biggest questions that crosses most students' mind. Some of our students, they want to go, they've dreamt of going to London and to the big city their whole life. Obviously, each location comes with its advantages and disadvantages. Hi, Oskay. So it's a difficult decision to make. Now, I want to make you as best informed as possible for what each of our different schools could offer you as a student. If you have any preferences already or a location you would particularly like to know about, please pop up in the chat and let me know. Hi, Fagan. Hi, Eski. Oh, lovely to meet you. Thank you. I'm going to share my screen now. So hopefully you will be able to see what I'm seeing. Talk initially about our adult schools. So hopefully we should be sharing now. I'm sharing my screen. And everybody can see my screen okay? I'll just flip back and check that it's all good. Oh, I think we've got a bit slow. Salkin, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it, but I think we don't see your presentation now. And now we can see it.
Amazing. Thank you very much for confirming. Okay, so St Giles International. Now, first of all, I was a group. So first and foremost, why would you come to St? I know we're working in a very saturated market. There's lots of other schools to choose from. What makes St Giles special? Now, first and foremost, St Giles is a really experienced school. We prefer experience as opposed to old. We have over 65 years experience teaching students English, and it really is our passion. Now, we started out we were one of the first schools doing English teacher training. And that's something that makes St Giles a little bit special because of the teacher training that we offer. It means that we train teachers. We're really invested in new technologies, new methods of teaching. And it also means that we're really lucky and we get to pick some of the best teachers that come through our courses. So we've got excellent, excellent teachers at St Giles, really is a quality group of schools. We have a really varied nationality mix. So you can see in 2018, we saw over 100 different nationalities come to our schools. So, we have very small class sizes. Our average class size is 10 students at our adult schools, although 12 is the maximum. And we have such a mix of nationalities. So the Turkish average sort of nationality percentage, you'd be looking at less than 10% in a class, which means about one student, in a class of 10, that could just be you. So you will be speaking English, that is guaranteed. We're really lucky. We are a family-owned company. So we've got 3 generations. My director, Hannah Lindsay, is the granddaughter of our founder, Paul Lindsay, and our CEO is Mark Lindsay. What that means for you as students is that you'll get that family feel. You know, we might be a group of schools, but we very much care about each individual student. And we really try and make them feel part of the family when they're at the school too. Finally, we've got a really good student recommendation rate. Over 95% of our students would recommend us. And we often get friends and family members coming after one student's been to visit because of that word of mouth recommendation. It's something that we, you know, rely very heavily on. Every week in your classes on a Friday, you'll have some one-on-one time with your teacher. We give this opportunity to every student because we want your learning to be led by you. So you can speak to your teacher and you can say, hey, you know, I would love to do more speaking in my lessons. It's an area that I would like to work on a little bit more. And because of our small class sizes, our teachers will go out of their way to cater to you and exactly what you need for your lessons. Now you can see here is where we are. We've got lots of different locations. So we have 2 locations in London. We have Eastbourne, and then we've also got New York and Vancouver. So we've got some North locations there as well. We offer a really wide range of courses. So whether you're looking for general English, whether you're looking for exam preparation, you know, whether you're looking for something a bit more specialized, maybe English for university studies or business English, we really do have something for everyone. We even have secret cities. So if you're looking for a bit of a holiday, but you also want to focus on your English, we've got really good options to see the city that you're in as well. So there's something for everybody there. We offer excellent accommodation. Oh, sorry, Selka, you're about to jump in. I think I can hear some background noise. Are we okay? Okay. So we offer, you know, excellent choices of places to live. All of our schools offer homestay accommodation. So you're able to stay with the family in the country that you're living in. It's a really great way to, you know, pick up English even quicker and practice at meal times and learn about the culture. We also have residential options, so some fantastic residences. If you're looking for more of a student, your own private space, it's a lovely option. Airbnbs in New York, we offer, you know, the opportunity to share with different people from New York. So lots of different options there. We really do cater for everyone. We've got social programs at all of our schools. So, you know, heaps of activities and things to do. In London, obviously just before this happened, there was a big boat party on the River Thames. They do theatre trips, museums, things like this. A sneaky secret is that in the UK, the majority of museums are actually free, museums and galleries. So you can imagine social programs are pretty good. There's not a huge price tag on that either. As I said before, we're known in the industry for high quality teaching, very small class sizes, so just an average of 10 students per class. We've got excellent welfare and support there as well. So, you know, if your students are looking to write a CV in English, we have different clubs at lunchtime. You know, if they're struggling, if they're missing home, we have different counsellors they can speak to. We really do care about your well-being as a student. Now, I will start with the first school of the group, Brighton. Now, if you're a student and you're looking for a big city, you know, but perhaps you want to be by the countryside as well. So you want a little bit of the city, you want a little bit of the countryside, you know, big national parks to walk around and the sea. You couldn't do much better than Brighton. It is the cultural capital of the UK. It's known as being quite a hipster location. If you're a little bit arty, perhaps, Brighton's a really good place to be. It's very politicized. So, you know, lots of vegan options and things like that, lots of debates and demonstrations going on. But it's a very inclusive city, known for being a lot of fun. You can see this is our school here from the outside, and I'll show you some statistics about our school below. So in the top right-hand corner, I hope you can see the nationality mix. So you can see 10% of our students at Brighton are from Turkey. So you can imagine with an average class size of 10 students, that's 1 student per class. We have quite a few Swiss students, Italians, Saudi Arabians, Spanish, French, Brazilian, Korean, a real mix there. And you can see we saw over 60 different nationalities in 2018. So lots and lots of different nationalities there, guaranteed English to be spoken. It's a very big school. So if you're looking for a school where you can meet a lot of people, you want a vibrant school in the heart of the city, really great choice. It's got capacity for 525 students. Our average age is 25 and the minimum age at Brighton is 16. It's not one of our young learner schools, partially because of its central location. You know, we're in the heart of a big city here. We're 10 minutes away from the train station, 10 minutes walk to the beach, and we're next to all the shops and restaurants and this very strange looking building over here. So this building that looks a bit like the Taj Mahal is very famous in Brighton. It's known as the Royal Pavilion. And our school is opposite this beautiful Royal Pavilion with lovely gardens. I'm imagining with you all at home in lockdown like I am, you're just dreaming of being outside in the sunshine in these beautiful gardens. What better place than the Royal Pavilion Gardens? So it's a nice choice. You can see we have lots of different options for student life and accommodation. We have homestay options in Brighton, and we actually have a residence that's a 5-minute walk away from the school. So if you are feeling particularly, you know, that your time is very valuable and you want to roll out of bed and roll into your lessons, we have an option for you there as well. So it's a very, very nice option with a fantastic social program too. And you can see on a map of Brighton, the school is just here. You can see the beach isn't far away. We're by a swimming pool, by the library, and we're between the beach and the train station. So it's a very, very nice location. Now, Brighton is only 45 minutes to an hour away from London by train. So it's not very far at all. And that's what makes it so nice. You're in the big city, you're by the beach, but you're also close to London. You're not too far from Eastbourne. You need to lots of other cities that you might want to visit whilst you're in the UK. So a good option for you there. Now, Cambridge is our option for students that are perhaps looking for the traditional English experience. There isn't much more traditional. It doesn't get much more traditional than Cambridge, to be honest. It's beautiful cobbled streets, huge cathedrals, everything kind of that you would picture in Harry Potter, for example. And you can see, here's our 2018 statistics. They're actually a little lower for Turkey now, but we have a nationality mix of 21% of our students were Turkish. So you can imagine in a class of 10, that's perhaps 2 students. It is actually one of our young learner schools, so we can accept students aged 14. And Cambridge our school in Cambridge is really modern on the inside. It's a brand new school from 2018, but it's still the traditional building on the outside. It's 10 minutes away from the train station, about 15 minutes away from the heart of the city. So again, very, very central location there. Very friendly school. It's one of our smallest schools in the group with just 170 students. So really, I think Cambridge probably is the school with the biggest family feel. The principal, Jessie, leaves her door open. Everybody knows everybody's name. It's very friendly, and I think that's why we allow younger students there, because it's very safe. Cambridge is a very safe city. So really nice option there for you too. We also at Cambridge have a residential option. It's the fanciest residence in the group. You can see that photo in the middle at the top is of students playing FIFA in the residence. So they've got a games room, they've got sauna, they've got a gym, and it's just a 20-minute walk away from the school. You can see the photo at the bottom in the middle is the school garden. So in summer, Cambridge is known for throwing various parties. We've got a ping pong table, lots of outdoor space for students to eat and hang out. So very, very nice area. So Cambridge is definitely a really good school for younger learners. So if you're perhaps going away for your first time abroad and you're a little bit nervous, Cambridge will put you at ease. It's a beautiful historical town. And obviously it means it's a little bit cheaper than Brighton and London, being kind of a smaller city. So a very nice choice for you there. Now, the best school for a budget of them all is our Eastbourne School. Now, Eastbourne is very famous in the UK for being the sunniest city in the UK. So if, as a student, you like the sunshine, you know, we can't guarantee you this in England, sadly. It's a little bit hit and miss. But in Eastbourne, it's where you're most likely to have the best shot. So would strongly recommend Eastbourne if you like the sun. Our school is actually just in front of the sea. So we're right by the beach. Now, Eastbourne's different to, you know, Cambridge, Brighton, London, or other locations because it's a much smaller town. Eastbourne in the UK is renowned for being a location where people go on holiday, and it's also where a lot of people retire. So it's got a very elderly population, and then it's also got a very young student population because there are lots of different language schools and various sort of university campuses there too. Now, that means that for homestays, you're guaranteed an excellent host. We have a variety of, a lot of our homestay hosts are elderly couples, and it just means they can invest a little bit more time to spend with you as a student to, you know, there was a video from our Eastbourne school last summer that came out, and it was of all these students playing football, and the video camera turns around and it's all these elderly couples supporting them at a football match. So it's a really, really nice, friendly city, very, very safe. And we allow 14-year-olds here as well. So it's a young learners location. Now we have a low Turkish nationality mix, just 6% of our students are from Turkey. So it might just be you in your class with any luck. And it's the perfect seaside location. As I said, we're next to the beach. We're less than 2 minutes walk away. Eastbourne is also next to South Downs National Park. So if you like walking or hiking or just being outdoors in general, it's a really lovely place to be. Now, obviously, I'm aware that I've sold Eastbourne as a very small city, you know, lots of nature. But actually, what's great about Eastbourne, as we'll see on the next slide, you're not far from London at all. So you can see you're only 1.5 hours away from London by train. You're only half an hour away from Brighton. So you're actually in a great location to a lot of the other big cities. So on the weekends, you know, you're welcome to get out and explore. And in the weeks, you can stay in a beautiful kind of natural location as opposed to a big city. So if that's what you like, if you're into nature, maybe swimming in the sea, which you can do in England, Eastbourne's a lovely choice for you, and it's definitely the best for your budget out of our group of schools. Now, our next school is where usually I would be working every day. Sadly, I'm not there at the moment, but I am still in London. It is our St Giles London Central School. Now, for those of you who love the city, there really isn't a better option. We are in the absolute centre of London. I'm just going to check that to see if I don't have any questions. Awesome. Hello, everybody. So we are in the absolute centre of London. It's a huge school with a capacity of 720 students and the biggest school in the group. You can see we had over 75 nationalities in 2018, and about 8% of our students are Turkish. So again, just one student perhaps per class. What's very special about London Central as well, we're very lucky, and that despite being in the centre of the city, so, you know, we're right next to the British Museum, we're a 10-minute walk from Tottenham Court Road, which is the start of the shopping district in London, and we're very, very close to Covent Garden district. We have a rooftop garden. So we're lucky in that we have some beautiful outdoor space. If it is nice weather, or if perhaps outside instead, we have that. We've got a recently refurbished cafe, which you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of that picture there. And what's also a little bit special at London Central is one of our residences for this school is actually the top floor of the school. Now, I don't know anybody who lives in Zone 1 of London because it would cost an absolute fortune. But as a student, you're very privileged in that you have the opportunity to live upstairs. So yes, you thought Brighton was close, at a 5-minute walk away. Well, in London Central, you can run out of bed and into class. It's right below you. So really nice choice for you there. We also have another residence that's 15 minutes away, door to door. That's by tube. So it's a couple of tube stops away, and it's beautiful. It's a very modern residence. There's a gym, a theatre room. And of course, on top of that, we offer our homestay accommodation. Homestay accommodation in London is a little bit further away. You're looking at about up to an hour away by public transport. But it's a very big city, and this is sort of typical commute time, I think, for lots of, for me, myself, for example, living in London, it's how long it takes me to get to work. We do try and keep you on a direct line wherever possible. So you'll just hop on one bus or one tube if we can help it. So that's London Central. You can see from the diagram, there we are. So we're right in Bloomsbury by Russell Square. The school is opposite Russell Square. So if you want some green space on your lunch break, a lot of our students pop over and sit in the park. But you can see we're near to a brilliant, network of train stations. We're by Holborn on the Central Line, we're by Russell Square. A couple of my colleagues walk from Tottenham Court Road, which is in terms of how to get into the school, and possibly one in terms of tourist activities is within walking distance, which is a nice change. Now, why you might wonder, do we have another school in London? Well, a slightly different option that's, London, it's more in the very centre, is in London's loveliest suburb, and is suitable for younger learners. So only accepts students aged 16. Now, London Highgate, as you can see from this beautiful green building, is a fantastic option for younger students. It's a really, really popular choice with students aged 14 and above. And it's 20 minutes away by tube from the centre of London. We've got a tube station just 5 minutes away from the school, but it's in the northern suburb of Highgate. Now, Highgate is known as being a very green area. There's lots of parks nearby. I think you can see from the picture of the school, lots of flora and fauna. It's a really lovely place. It's also a very affluent area. So most people I know wouldn't be able to afford to live in Highgate, but it means that it's a relatively safe area, I think, because of that. So really nice location for younger learners that do want to go to London, but perhaps, the very centre of the city is a little overwhelming. So you can imagine both our London schools have a similar social programme. You can go to the West End, to the theatre, or the museums. But this school means that in the daytime, you're in a little bit of a more peaceful area. And in the afternoon, when you're doing your social activities, that's when you go into the hustle and bustle. Now, our London Highgate School has a great nationality mix again. Just 6% of our students are Turkish, and it's sort of a mid-sized school, 340 students. For accommodation-wise, we've got some really nice options for you. We actually have our only catered residence, which offers breakfast and dinner nearby, called Chester House. We have homestay accommodation, and our homestays are closer than they are at London Central. You're looking at up to 45 minutes away as opposed to up to an hour away at London Central, so a little bit closer. And the residence is located about 25 minutes away by bus, so not too far at all. You can see exactly where we are in relation to London. So Highgate there in the centre with the St Giles sign. We've got a golf course, Alexandra Park and Alexandra Palace not too far away. You can see lots and lots of green space there. So really nice green location to be in. And there's where Highgate is on the Northern Line there. So not too far from the centre. If you imagine the centre to sort of be around that Euston area, we go in a little bit further towards sort of Holborn, that kind of thing. Very, very close by, just a few stops away on the train, which is nice. Now, our other big capital city of the group, New York, is one of our best located schools, without a doubt. Our New York school is located on Fifth Avenue next to the Empire State Building. So this is the school you want to go to if you've always dreamed of going to New York. You won't have to walk very far to get to all the sort of main tourist activities and to the shopping as well. We're on Fifth Avenue, so if you like to shop, it could be an expensive stay. It's a beautiful, beautiful modern school, very, very modern, very chic, and it's rather large. We've got a capacity of 430 students, so kind of a mid to large size school there. Just 7% of our students are Turkish. And we've got a little bit of an older average age here at 27 years old. Now, something we're doing that's a little bit special this year, I'm not sure it will go ahead with the current situation, but it certainly will next year, is we're welcoming students aged between the ages of 14 and 15 to our school in summer. So if you are a younger learner and you want to come to New York, we'd be happy to have you in summertime. In terms of accommodation, we have residences and homestay options, and some of our residences are within walking distance, so just 20 minutes away from the school. So you can live, study, do all the tourist activities. You don't have to leave the center of New York. So quite a nice option. You can see we're just 25 minutes away from the airport as well there. So that's where we are. Not too far from Macy's, Bryant Park, Madison Square Park, and exactly next to the Empire State Building. Now, our final adult school is our Vancouver School. Now, our Vancouver School is located in the financial district of Vancouver, in a very kind of, again, one of the biggest shopping areas in Vancouver. So if you like to shop, whoops. It's a boutique centre, so like Cambridge, it's a very small school, and it's actually got our oldest average age in the group. So 30 years old is the average age of our students there. We've got a lot of mature learners, a lot of people come from businesses to learn business English there. We have the Platinum Centre. So very, very nice option for slightly older learners. And you can see we only have 2% of our students from Turkey. So chances are it might just be you in the school that speaks Turkish. So definitely lots of English to be spoken there. As Canada is known for being very friendly, I must say it is one of our friendliest schools in the group. The fact that it's so small means that everyone knows everyone's name, similarly to Cambridge. And it's in a really, really lovely location, not far from Stanley Park. So if you want to do the tourist activities there, we're very close by too. And again, we've got residence options within walking distance, and we also have homestay options a little bit further, like London, about 60 minutes away. And you can see here we are in downtown Vancouver, right on the harbour there. It's a really lovely location for those that need that fresh air and the sea, and the huge Stanley Park, just down the road. So we're very, very lucky. Now that, in a nutshell, is our adult schools. Now I'm going to flick back and see if I've got any questions. I'm sorry, I think I have. St Giles Brighton is the best decision you ever made. Esky, I'm stoked to hear that. Brighton's beautiful. What was your favourite thing about it? Let me know in the chat. I would love to pass it on to Niall, our head teacher. Brighton is a very cool city. Now, do we have anybody here in the chat that's looking for junior students, so students younger than the age of 14? If so, could you pop me a message or just say yes, and I can go through some of our junior options? But otherwise, that in a nutshell is what we offer adult students in terms of the schools. As I said before, all of our schools have fantastic programs. Seagulls were your favourite thing about Brighton. I'm actually terrified of seagulls, very big birds that we have right by the sea in all coastal towns of England, who will be willing to steal your ice cream out of your hands, so be very careful. Now, in terms of what we offer for social programs, obviously each city is very different. And I would say if you love the arts, culture, music, you're a bit more hipster, perhaps Brighton is known as being a great location. I don't know if you'd agree with that, Ezgi. If you're looking for, everything that the capital has to offer, either London Central or London Highgate are nice choices. But if you want to be away from the hustle and bustle, Highgate's the option for you. If you want to be in it, it's London Central. Obviously, Eastbourne is our coastal option. Of course, Brighton is near to the beach too, but our Eastbourne school is on the sea. So a really nice option if you like nature and swimming. And if you're looking for that traditional, historic, English feel, Cambridge is the one for you. We've got a very prestigious university, Cambridge University, located there. It's a great student town. We have 2 universities in Cambridge, Anglia Ruskin as well. So you can imagine that means that we attract lots of different comedians, lots of different singers, artists who come to the city and put on different shows for the students. So it works out very well for the St Giles students too. If you do have any specific questions about any of the schools or even any of the courses really, please pop up in the chat and let me know. In terms of what we offer course-wise, you're welcome to choose a general English course. I mentioned exam preparation. Our IELTS courses or our Cambridge exam courses are very popular options. And we also have some slightly quirky and niche courses. So very sadly, because of what's going on at the moment, we haven't been able to run our Harry Potter themed course, but we were running a Harry Potter themed course, for example, at London Highgate, where, standard general English in the morning, a couple of lessons with magic themed English. And in the afternoon, we take you to filming locations. We do various sort of Harry Potter quizzes, potions lessons. We learn to play Quidditch, these type of things. So it really is something for everyone. If you're looking for something fun, a fun way to learn English, we've got options for you. If you're very focused towards an exam, great, we can also help. And if you're using English in your day-to-day lives and your jobs, we have fantastic business English courses, and some of our schools have a business English centre called Platinum, so you can really focus. So you can really focus on that. I can absolutely give you a brief summary about CELTA courses. Now, our CELTA courses are kind of the top of the range teachers of English courses. So if you're looking to become a qualified English teacher, we can absolutely help you with that. Now, the way our CELTA courses work is, first and foremost, you have to fill in your application form and you then have a Skype interview. So we want to check your level of English. You need to be levels C1 or above to do a CELTA course because it is such kind of a highly ranked teachers of English course. If you are accepted on the course, so if after the Skype interview and your application, where you have to do a short piece of writing, if you're accepted onto the course, you'll have a few weeks there. Now, CELTA is very intensive. You'll be learning different styles, different methodology, classroom management, behavioral management techniques, these type of things. And you will also be doing practice lessons. Now, you don't have an exam as such on the end. You are graded the whole time as you're going through. And I think that's part of the reason it's so intense. The majority of our teachers at St Giles are CELTA trained because it really is that creme de la creme of English teachers. It's that highest level qualification. So fantastic. We would love to welcome as many students as possible onto our CELTA courses. It's great to see so many people teaching English around the world. It's very, very well recognized qualification. If that is a course that perhaps some students don't quite reach that C1 level yet, we have another option as well, our Teachers of English course. And it covers similar sort of topics. It's an option to meet different English teachers around the world and find out how they, what they find most effective in teaching English, their classroom management techniques. It's a good way of learning all together. And again, you'll get your Teachers of English qualification from St Giles at the end of that. But it's a really good way to kind of improve. And it's a shorter course. It's just 2 weeks, our Teachers of English course, as opposed to the longer CELTA course there. So that is, in a nutshell, CELTA. Very intense. Best of luck. Best of luck with that one. It's a fantastic course. It's actually something that my director herself has done, so she can teach English if she ever needs to. All right. Any other questions or anything specifically you'd like me to cover? Please do let me know. Now's the opportunity. And Ezgi, I hope that answers your question. If you have any more slightly specific questions about it as well, or things that you'd like to know, happy to help. Is it Brighton you're looking at for your CELTA course? We do it in Brighton, Highgate, Central. We do it in New York as well. Let me know. All right. Otherwise, CELTA, I think in a nutshell, that is sort of what St Giles can offer you as students. We are also at the moment, if obviously, sadly, you can't get to us yet, you can't get to England, America, or Canada, Vancouver, we are offering online courses as well. So we've moved our lessons online. Not only are we offering online courses, we're also offering an online social program. So we're doing yoga classes, cooking classes, we're doing kind of pub quizzes, things like this, all over Zoom. It's a fantastic option to keep your English up. Asli, you're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you for your message. But yes, so please, if you do want to keep your English up and do some lessons, we're happy to welcome you online too. What I didn't mention was everybody that takes the course of English with St Giles, as Ezgi will tell you, you're welcome, Ezgi, will have access to our oh my goodness, I've forgotten the name, our online platform, our online resources, our e-learning, that's the word I was looking for. So you'll be able to access that. You have all these resources for a year afterwards. So really good way of kind of keeping your learning up even after you finish St Giles. And you can always come to your teachers again with questions. I think everybody's very friendly. Everyone's very willing to help. Fantastic. We'll have a wonderful experience in Brighton. I hope we can welcome you there soon. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much.
Sadly, there are a few questions on the questions tab, but they're in Turkish. So I will be translating them to you. Okay, the first question is, I have some plans to study English abroad, and I want to do some Erasmus program as well. Can you enlighten me about that? He asked.
Absolutely. So sadly, we're not part of the Erasmus scheme. Obviously, you'd probably be coming with a university to do your Erasmus program. It's actually a program that I myself did in Brussels, and I loved it. So fantastic choice to come over, and it's a really good way of practicing and improving your English. If you're looking at language courses on top of your Erasmus, once you've got your timetable for university or for your studies, let us know, get in touch, and we can see if we can do private lessons and work around that. Or alternatively, we do offer morning or afternoon courses. So if there is a time that works for you, we'd be happy to welcome you to the school and to help you kind of improve your English there. We do a fantastic course called English Plus University Studies. And that's a really nice one for your Erasmus year. It will certainly help with your essay writing, how we like essays to be structured in English, and how we like presentations to be structured, these types of things that obviously at university you need to know, or it would certainly help to have that basis of knowledge. Oh, thank you, Selkan, for answering.
And one more question. I want to get English language education abroad, but with scholarship. Yes. Is that possible?
It's sadly not through St Giles. We don't do a scholarship system, so apologies for that. I don't know of any language schools that do, actually. I think scholarships are usually more related to university studies.
Okay, thank you. And there are some comments on the chat box, I think.
Let me click back.
Sorularınız varsa yazabilirsiniz. you can ask your questions. This is a good time to ask questions.
Yes, please do. Possibly no questions.
Yeah.
Hey, well, even if anyone would like to go back to Salkan and come back to me afterwards, through Salkan, I'd be happy to answer questions. Or if you have a bigger question or something a little bit longer and more specific, please do get in touch. Yes, Ezgi. Yeah, absolutely. After you finish your CELTA course and you have your CELTA qualification, you can absolutely start work as an English teacher. And we at St Giles have a jobs board where we post, you know, sometimes we have partner schools in different countries where they're looking for English teachers. So we can, obviously we work with a lot of these schools because they send us students. They themselves are looking for English teachers. So we have connections and can help you find work as well after your course.
Maybe you can leave your email or phone number at the chat box. They will contact you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Absolutely. I will pop it in the chat box now. So my name is Sally. I hope I introduced myself at the beginning. I think I did. And I'll put my email in now. Well, I think it's frozen, but hopefully I can get that sent off to you all. But yes, any questions, or Ezgi, if you have some more questions about CELTA, please reach out. Happy to help where I can. And obviously, we'd love to welcome you all to St Giles International.
One last question in Turkish. Do you have any education programs that is short, like 1 week or 2 weeks?
Absolutely. So you're absolutely welcome at St Giles to just come and study for a week or for 2 weeks. When it comes to general English, a week is the minimum course length. So Monday to Friday, that's it. You can just study for a week. We do have shorter courses as well. For example, our Secret Cities program. Now, Secret Cities is a really lovely option. We do it in London, Brighton, and New York. And if you've perhaps been like Ezgi, you've been to Brighton before, so you know Brighton relatively well. Now, the idea behind Secret Cities is that instead of taking you to the tourist areas, we take you to the areas of the city that perhaps only locals would know about. So we show you a bit of a different side of Brighton or of London, of New York. So that's a really nice sort of a mix between a holiday and also studying. You do 20 lessons of general English per week in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the mornings and evenings, you have a mix of activities. So you have one every day in either the morning or in the evening after your afternoon course. So that's a really nice one. You can take that for a week, 2 weeks, however long you like. Most of our courses, you can take for around 2 weeks. Some of them, you know, have no time frame at all. The specific courses are mainly our teacher training courses, our tech courses, or if you're a complete beginner and you've never spoken any English before, we have specific dates for that as well. But otherwise, you're welcome to get in touch. We try and be as flexible as we can. And if there's a course that you really, really want to take and it says it's 2 weeks, we may be able to offer it for 1 week if you reach out to us too. We try to be flexible. All right. Okay, well, I've put my email in the chat box, so feel free to copy that. Sultan, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate all of your time today. If you have any questions, please come to me directly. Any questions about anything to do with language training, specific courses, St Giles, let me know.
Sally, thank you so much for your participation. It was really great.
Oh, no, hey, I'm pleased to hear it. Thank you so much for all of your time. And best of luck. I hope you're still managing to keep busy and have fun despite being in quarantine. I'm very sorry this webinar is coming from a bedroom. Not normal circumstances.
Stay safe.
Yes, when will classes start? That is a really big question. I would love to know the answer. We think we're looking at May. So we think we'll be looking around sort of maybe mid-May or the end of May. is probably the time classes will start. What some of our students are doing is they've started taking online lessons now in preparation, and then when classes will start, they're going to switch over and come to our main schools. And we've got a few offers as well. That we've got a few offers at the moment. For example, if you make your booking and you pay for your booking in April, we're giving a 35% discount on tuition. So quite a big discount there. If you make your booking and you pay for your booking in May, we're giving you a 30% discount. That's for our physical schools. And we also have a discount on our online lessons at the moment. Bringing them, if you're doing 20 lessons per week, it's £180. But if you have specific requirements, again, get in touch, let us know. But we are very much hoping we'll be open around mid-May time in the UK. US is a little bit of a different scenario. We're not entirely sure what's going to happen with our New York school in terms of when that's looking to open. Vancouver, probably around mid-May as well. I think New York are having a little bit of a tougher time at the moment, so it may be a little bit later in New York. It's our estimation. But we're hoping that our juniors, our summer camps and things will be up and running as normal, is the plan. No, you're so welcome. Thank you, Alpha. Thank you for joining. Okay. Any other questions? Please drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you, of course. And thank you all so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And hope we can welcome you to St Giles in the very foreseeable future.
Yeah, hopefully that will happen, Sally. Thank you very much. And stay safe and take care.
And you too. Stay safe, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.